Hi everyone, welcome back to another post-yoga class chat. So here's what is happening with me right now. Today is November 19th, and in the Northern Hemisphere, we are deep into the fall season. And I don't know about you, I don't know where you're living right now, but in the Pacific Northwest, it has been glorious. We haven't been getting as much rain as we usually do this time of year, which has helped the leaves stay on the trees a little bit longer than usual, and it's been so colorful. It usually is colorful, but it usually doesn't last as long as it has, and November this year has been giving us a glorious show. So vibrant. It's just been so vibrant, and the leaves on the trees have dried out a little bit after a full summer, and because they're dry, when the wind blows through the trees, you get this nice loud rustle that can allow for a nice little meditation if you're willing to tune in and listen to it. And that's what I truly love about yoga and meditation practice, is it does deliver you into a present state of mind where you can watch and listen, notice, and observe the beauty around you. Because we live life within a container of modern society that has a foundation of consumerism and productivity, we can easily slip into a mind state in which we are doing, thinking, creating, producing, and it's not as easy for us to be in the mind state where we are being, listening, watching, observing. So having practices such as intentional movement, yoga, mindfulness, meditation, those are really important practices and tools that we can use to come back to that starting point where we can actually be in the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is a being that has the capacity to observe, listen, and watch. And nature puts on a show for us all year round. And this show that I've been watching during this fall season has been epic, and it's been so nice that I've been able to access it because of my mind state, my present mind state. So that I want to segue that thought into what I truly want to talk about today, and that is we are approaching a holiday that is celebrated in the United States, and it is Thanksgiving. And I have mixed emotions about Thanksgiving, and as I'm sure so many people do. But what I truly do like about Thanksgiving is it is an opportunity to take a moment and really look and see what's around you and truly feel appreciative and grateful for what abundance you have. It is a day that you can take to acknowledge your abundance. And in this society, like I said before, we're often in a doing, thinking, creating, producing, expressing state of consciousness. And in that state of consciousness, it's difficult to pause and actually look at what you have. We often are in a mind state in which we're wanting to collect things and bring things into our lives, which is really, really beautiful. But what about those moments where we can pause and acknowledge what we already have? And using the food that you put on your table as a symbol for the abundance in your life, and then you put that into your body with a sense of gratitude. Now, I used to be pretty annoyed with the concept of gratitude, because it was coming for me from a place of shoulds, like I should feel grateful for this, and that actually has its foundations and root in shame. The fact that I was forcing myself into a state of gratitude implied that I was feeling shameful that I wasn't feeling grateful. So gratitude can be a tricky practice. At least it was for me. And I used to want to be a grateful person. I used to really want to have an established gratitude practice because intellectually I acknowledged that gratitude is really important. It's an important ingredient in the recipe for enjoying your life. And it's also an important ingredient in the recipe for creating beautiful things in your life. So gratitude is important, yes. I used to know that intellectually, but when I would try and practice gratitude, I would actually feel pretty annoyed with it, because my desire to feel grateful was actually coming from a place of shame. It was coming from a place of, I should be grateful. And when you try to force gratitude with anything that you try to force, there's this energy of inauthenticity that taints the whole dang thing. So if any sort of feeling such as gratitude is inauthentic because it's rooted in a place that is not pure, if it's rooted in a place of I should, or if it's rooted in a place of shame, it's not going to have the beneficial effect, and it's not going to feel good. It's not going to be real. So I have since been, for a good amount of time, been playing around with this idea of gratitude, this concept of what it actually is and how I can actually feel it in an authentic way, instead of forcing it, like waking up in the morning and forcing 10 things I'm grateful for out of me. Sometimes I'm just not feeling it. And yes, there is the argument, fake it till you make it. Like, maybe if you just keep practicing, one day you will feel it. There's that, and you can try that. I've tried that, and personally it didn't stick with me. That fake it till you make it method doesn't really stick with me. So what did I have to do? I had to take it back to the beginning. I had to actually just let go of a gratitude practice for a while. I had to actually tell myself it's okay that I don't feel grateful right now. Now, if you think of the way that a large cargo ship turns around in the middle of an ocean, that cargo ship, which is huge, doesn't take a 180 in one swoop. In order to turn a cargo ship around, you've got to do 1-degree turns. So here I was when I was first beginning to adopt a gratitude practice. I was trying to make a 180 for myself without setting the foundation, without acknowledging where I was and meeting myself where I was, and then taking those 1-degree pivoting shifts. So when it comes to gratitude, it's not a switch you can flip. You can't turn on a dime. Before you actually can feel authentic gratitude in your body, you have to acknowledge where you are first. Be right where you are and feel how you feel in this moment. Really, root down into that sense of restlessness or that sense of anxiety. And once you're there, forgive it. Give it care. Give it your presence. Freaking cry. Find release. And then once you've tended to the feeling that you're working with in this moment, once you have given it your care, your presence, your awareness, your release, your hand on your heart, a hot bowl of soup, a warm cup of tea, rest, a nap, a bath, once you have tended to your body in a nurturing manner, once you have found some sort of release through crying, through breath work, through intentional movement, through going for a walk, through calling up a friend, through giving a loved one a hug, through petting an animal, once you have tended to yourself, then you can begin to make those 1-degree shifts. Then you can pivot. You can say to yourself, okay, I'm here now. What can I appreciate about this moment here now? Don't go big. Don't reach. Maybe you can simply appreciate your breath. I can appreciate the fact that I can take an attentive inhale and really feel that. And I can feel gratitude for my exhale. And then take a moment to actually feel the gratitude. Now, this is the key to gratitude, is it comes with a sensation. It comes with an emotional sensation within your body. So when you say that you're grateful for something, take a moment to actually feel that. Notice what it feels like, and maybe even describe to yourself what it feels like. Give it a texture. Give it a descriptive. Maybe, does it feel warm? Does it feel full? Does it feel like love? Does it feel like an inner smile? Does it feel like an inner hug? Does it feel like a cat's purr when it's sitting on your lap? Figure out what gratitude within your body feels like to you. And then when you land on something that you can say you feel grateful for, take that moment to actually feel it. And that is the way that you begin to stoke authentic gratitude from within you. You can walk around all day long saying, I'm grateful for you, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for the sunshine. And yeah, all of that is great, but if you're not actually feeling it, it's not authentic. So in order to avoid forcing inauthentic gratitude, take it slow. Meet yourself where you are. Find one thing that you can appreciate, one small thing that you can appreciate in this moment, and then practice feeling the emotional sensation of that within your body and be with that emotional sensation. Just feel that. And the more that you can be present and aware of that emotional sensation within your body, the more you can watch it, and the more you realize you can stoke it. You can allow it to grow. And in that practice, you can realize that it is not your external circumstances that makes you feel grateful. It's your awareness of where you are right now that stokes your gratitude. And then you begin to notice things outside of you that you can feel grateful for. So it's not the things or the people or the circumstances or anything outside of you that causes you to feel grateful. It is your ability to be right here with yourself as you are now, to land on one thing that you can feel grateful for, and then allow that emotional sensation within you to swell with your awareness and your holding of it. And when you can develop that practice of being aware of your gratitude, letting it swell, the things around you will begin to catch your notice that you deeply appreciate. And that is what colors your life. So, all in all, it's presence that is a precursor to gratitude. That was a lot of talking. So, as always, I want to be really redundant and give you a recap of what I'm trying to say. Back in the day, I used to try and force myself to feel grateful because I thought it was something I should do in order to make my life better. And anytime I would land on something that I should feel grateful for, I would be annoyed because it felt off inside of my body, because it was coming from a place of shame and shoulds. Now, once I began realizing that it felt better to come back to myself, meet myself where I was as I was, nurture whatever was going on inside of my body, and then scaling the practice back to landing on one small thing, like a big cargo ship that's taking a 180-degree turn in an ocean, I realized that it just takes little pivots to get to where you actually feel that authentic gratitude. So start small, start where you are, and the key is stoking the emotional sensation within you. And when you can stoke the emotional sensation within you, that's when you start notice things in your life that are beautiful, that you're grateful for. So it starts with you. Gratitude practice starts with you and your presence and your willingness to be right here with yourself as you are. If you do celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm wishing you a beautiful day. My wish for you is that you have deep appreciation for the people around your table and the bounty and the abundance on it. And I hope that you eat and enjoy with delight and pleasure, and you truly enjoy yourself, and you're able to take a pause to really acknowledge the beauty and abundance that is in your life. And if you can't do that, my wish for you is to take good, tender care of yourself. Have that hot bowl of soup. Drink that warm cup of tea. Give yourself a hug. Give your pet a hug. Take a warm bath. And really tend to the truth of who you are in this moment right now. Because right now, in this moment, you're perfect. You're freaking beautiful. So, happy Thanksgiving.